Alright, so today I want to talk about my most favorite character in The Boys, which is Soldier Boy, and I'm going to be just making some theories and speculation about how will he come back, if he will come back, and what will his motives be going forward in Season 5, so please stay tuned. And now, before we actually get into the video, I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for the growth. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And I'd like to ask you all to like this video as much as you guys can. It helps a ton. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. And now the likelihood of Soldier Boy coming back in Season 5 of The Boys is very high, and that's because he did not die, and this character is so popular, right? I mean, just in the very few episodes that he was in, I think he has about 16 minutes of screen time in total. He made such a big impact on the show and its fan base that they're still referencing Soldier Boy, and just everyone wants him to come back. I mean, me personally, this season, Season 4 feels extremely weird without Soldier Boy, and that's because he has so much memorable moments in Season 3, and in my opinion, Season 3 is by far the best season of The Boys. And now, how will he come back? I believe with the storyline that they're going for, with Homelander wanting to take over America, right? He wants to overthrow the government and basically put his own agenda in there. I think he would need the help of Soldier Boy, and of course we have to see how this season ends. And just in advance, I did not look at any leaks whatsoever, so I'm not sure if Soldier Boy is gonna come back. So yeah, this video is all theories and speculation and nothing more than that. Now first I want to talk about if Soldier Boy is gonna come back in the finale of Season 4. And now I think it's highly likely that Soldier Boy is gonna be coming back in the finale of Season 4, if he has any lines, or if he's just gonna still be in that tube that he was imprisoned in at the end of Season 3, who knows. But I do have a strong feeling that Soldier Boy is going to be coming back at the end of Season 4. Now, who will free him? I personally think that this could go either way, right? Maybe Homelander frees Soldier Boy, and again, like I mentioned before, Homelander has a whole agenda to take over the United States, right, to overthrow the government. We're seeing the seeds of that being planted, so maybe something happens in the finale that Soldier Boy would come back and Homelander would need his help, so then he goes and he frees Soldier Boy. And now, as we saw at the end of Season 3 of The Boys, Soldier Boy was going up against both Butcher and Homelander, so I think it's highly unlikely that he's going to be taking any of their sides. But if he were to take anyone's side, I think it would be Homelander's, and again, at the end of the day, he's his son, so he would take that into consideration, and he would probably work with Homelander in Season 5 if that's the case. And I personally think it would be pretty cool to make Soldier Boy a villain in Season 5. I mean, he was technically a villain in Season 3, but with the little amount that he was in Season 3, I think that to show him off more and to make him more prominent in Season 5, I think that would be a good way to go. And just having Homelander and Soldier Boy working together up against Ryan and Butcher, I think that would be a very interesting storyline as well. And having Soldier Boy work with Homelander to overthrow the government, and to have him be in that position of power, and to have him just be there for the finale, because I think that it would be pretty dumb of them not to put Soldier Boy in Season 5 and to not have him be there when all of this ends. And of course, like how I mentioned before, Soldier Boy has gained so much popularity just by Season 3 alone, and on top of that, with him appearing in Gen V, it seems like that they do like Soldier Boy a lot, and also the fan base likes Soldier Boy a lot. So having him be in that final fight with Butcher up against Homelander, I think that would be pretty cool. And maybe Soldier Boy ends up killing Homelander in the final fight, and this is going off of the ending of the comics, where Black Noir was revealed to be a clone of Homelander, and he's the one that ended up killing Homelander. I know a lot of people don't like this storyline, and I know I'm gonna get this a lot in the comments that people don't like this idea, but it is very possible. And that's because Soldier Boy, for now, is the only character that could kill Homelander. We all have to remember that he is the only character that could fry out the Compound V out of soups and basically make them human. So yeah, I think that that'd be a very integral part going forward into Season 5, and I think that they would need somebody like that, which would of course set up Homelander's death by Billy Butcher himself. So when Soldier Boy fries out the compound V out of Homelander, Butcher goes for the killing blow. And I think that it'd be very cool to keep Homelander alive. And I know that a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, I know that's a whole waste of the whole show in general, right? They've been building up towards Butcher killing Homelander, just Homelander dying in any sort of way. But it would be a much better fate for Homelander, like if he were to get the V fried out of him, and then instead of Butcher killing Homelander, they stick him into prison where he has to live amongst the quote-unquote mud people, right? Like the lower life forms, and he can't do anything about it because he lost his powers. That would be a very nice ending for Homelander, especially like for as much of a villain as he is. I think that that'd be another route that they could go with, is that if they use Soldier Boy to fry out the V out of Homelander and then stick him into prison, that'd be a much more grim fate for Homelander himself than death, because he takes a lot of pride in his powers. He's been saying since season 1 that he could do whatever he wants because he's the Homelander. But what would happen to a character like that if you were to just take away his powers and make him extremely weak, make him human? So yeah, I think that that'd be like another route that they could go, is that if they make Homelander to human and they stick him into jail, which would be a worse fate for him. But personally, like how season 3 ended, I don't think Soldier Boy is taking anybody's side in this situation. He would want to kill both Butcher and Homelander. But they already made a Butcher and Homelander team up at the end of season 3 protecting Ryan. So I don't think they're going to be doing that again, especially because it's the final season. So if Soldier Boy is freed, and if he is an integral part of season 5, for the boys, they have to kill both Homelander and Soldier Boy. And now, because there's like a lot of debate of who's stronger, Homelander or Soldier Boy, personally I think Soldier Boy is stronger than Homelander, and that's just because his strength does come on par with Homelander, and on top of that he could fry out the V out of soups, which automatically makes him more stronger, more of a threat than Homelander. But if they were to go with the route that Soldier Boy is a threat also, like alongside Homelander, because at the end of the day he's a soup and he's not necessarily a good guy. He just worked with Butcher because they had a deal. So now like all Payback is dead, so Soldier Boy, he really doesn't have to work with Butcher. So yeah, like it could go either way. But if they were to do this thing about the virus, right? If the virus is still an integral part in season 5, I think that the state that the virus is in right now, it could potentially kill Soldier Boy. And I know I did say that he's as strong as Homelander, but maybe they could do something where like Soldier Boy kills Homelander and then they stick Soldier Boy with the virus killing him as well, because after Homelander, Soldier Boy is of course going to be a threat, right? You take out Homelander, then you have Soldier Boy there as well. So yeah, you know, it's another problem. So I think they're going to be using Soldier Boy as a weapon to kill Homelander. Probably the boys might come up with a plan to pit Soldier Boy up against Homelander, where Soldier Boy is not necessarily working with anyone. Maybe he third parties the fight, right? Maybe Butcher and Homelander are fighting, then Soldier Boy third parties, and then all of them are versing each other. So if that's the case, then Soldier Boy might fry out the V out of Homelander, Butcher might kill Homelander, or he might not kill Homelander, and then they're probably going to be using the virus to kill Soldier Boy, of course, if he's not that strong. If he's not as strong as Homelander, and if the virus gets to the point where it's strong enough to kill Soldier Boy, I think that they might use the virus on Soldier Boy, because I don't see any other like plan that they could use, right? They can't really use anything else except for the virus or Ryan, right? I mean, if Ryan is thrown into the mix as well, it could end off as either Homelander killing Soldier Boy and then Ryan kills Homelander, or Soldier Boy kills Homelander and then Ryan kills Soldier Boy. That could be the case as well, because they're building up towards the story of Ryan going up against his dad. So it is very possible that we could have a big brawl with Butcher, Ryan, Soldier Boy, and Homelander, and Ryan just ends up killing Soldier Boy and Homelander at the same time, because again, Butcher is going through like his own problems, right? He has cancer, he has a tumor in his brain, so like we don't know how long is he gonna live for. I mean, maybe at the end of season 4 they might find some sort of cure, or they might stick him with Temp V or Compound V again to make him live a little bit longer. But personally, it doesn't look really well for Butcher, so maybe Butcher might die before that final fight, and then you have Ryan fighting in place of Butcher, and then you have the whole family tree fighting amongst themselves. I think that would be a pretty good finale as well. And now another possibility is that A-Train could free Soldier Boy, and I've been seeing this go around a lot lately, and that's because A-Train is in a very tight position himself, and this does come into factor with the last episode, which is called Assassination Run. So that is an A-Train focused episode, right? The finale of season 4. So it's definitely possible that A-Train could go free up Soldier Boy, and then they could come up with some sort of deal with Soldier Boy to kill Homelander. And now, like, again, like how I mentioned over and over and over again, I don't see Soldier Boy coming up with any sort of deal with anyone because he has bad blood with everybody, right? Including Homelander, including Ryan, the boys as well. So if they were to stick in Soldier Boy into this whole season, right? If Soldier Boy were to return in season 5, it's possible that he could just go solo, right? He could have a hit on everyone, like how he did in season 3. He wanted to go for his old team for betraying him. Maybe season 5, Soldier Boy's whole character arc or his story is going to be him hunting down Butcher and Homelander, wanting to kill them, and like how I mentioned before, he could third party Butcher and Homelander. I think that is the most likely outcome. But if Homelander were to free up Soldier Boy, I think Soldier Boy would work with Homelander just because he's his son, and if you put Soldier Boy working with Homelander at the end of the day, that is even a bigger threat. So they have to have some sort of plan, some sort of a contingency to take out both Homelander and Soldier Boy, where the virus comes into factors, right? So they could use the virus, they could get the virus as strong to kill Soldier Boy, maybe not Homelander, right? Maybe Ryan might do that, he might kill Homelander, but they might use the virus to kill Soldier Boy. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to see Soldier Boy again, right? I mean, it's very obvious that he's going to be coming back. In what way, we do not know. But at the end of the day, I'm extremely excited to see this character again because 1, he's my most favorite character in The Boys, and 2, he's just very entertaining to see, and I really do hope that they give him more screen time this time and more of an integral part. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for the growth. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really, really appreciate it. And I'd like to ask you all to like this video as much as you guys can. It helps a ton. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching.